Okay, so you have to bear with me with some of these videos because they're completely unscripted. They are pretty raw. I mean, we are who we are, and we're not going to color it up any other way for you. I think it's the only way to give you a real taste of the reality of what's involved with adoption and foster care and foster adoption. This is my 3:30 a.m. look. Yeah, I do get up at 3:30 a.m. at least 3 days a week. My husband and I go to the gym and we get in some cardio. It's not easy to drag myself up out of bed, but I am thinking about going to 5 days at least, or possibly 6, because in truth, it does help get the endorphins moving through my system, and it gives me more energy, it gives me more clarity, and it helps me be who I need to be for my family. So, you know, there's a little bit of a difficulty there orchestrating self-care. I mean, obviously you can look at my hair, and the fact that I'm not wearing makeup, and the fact that I'm still wearing sweats from 3:30 a.m. to see that sometimes I'm just not capable of fitting everything into the day for myself that I would like to. And that's just the reality. I'm not complaining. When you sign on for this sort of thing, it's an expectation that you're going to have days where it's just not going to all pan out, and you're not going to look like supermodel with a Brazilian blowout, you know, with your false eyelashes and beautiful red lipstick. It's just not going to happen that day. When we get back home, we sit down and we have coffee and watch the news, discuss current events, discuss the priorities for the day. If there's anything in particular that someone needs, you know, that is something that we try to put on the top of the list to do. Like right now, I have an older child who's running in the market to pick up a few groceries, and I decided, well, I'll just sit out here and make a video. So, you know, we do have to keep things moving, and that's not to say nothing ever falls through the cracks, because it does. But we try to get the important things managed. And we've been very successful in doing that. So after we watch the news and have our coffee, he begins to get dressed for work, and I begin to cook breakfast. Now, if I had a video of this, you'd be like, oh my goodness, I can't imagine. But I do cook breakfast every morning. It gives me a lot of satisfaction and a great deal of joy to prepare breakfast for my family. We use no less than a dozen eggs and a pack of bacon, sometimes bacon and sausage, Cheerios, and fresh fruit. So it's a pretty well-rounded breakfast. You know, I don't hear any complaints, and hopefully it motivates the kids to get dressed and come down so that they don't miss the bus. We then have to dole out a couple of medications to 2 of the children before they go to school. Now, all the while, I've probably started a couple of loads of laundry and at least folded one. It's an everyday thing. It's not something that I pick, oh, let me choose Wednesday to be laundry day. With this many people in the home, it is a necessity to do it every day. I've become a master list maker, organizer, orchestrator, try to get the doctor's visits in on the same day, especially if it's out of town visits, which we do have. And it is a run until you can't run anymore. But you know, I love it. If I didn't, I would not do it. It does take a lot of personal sacrifice. It does take a lot of, it takes quite a bit of motivation. So maybe more later. Thanks.